Hello everyone, welcome to Pawni Teaches. Today we are back with basics in C++. First, I'll tell the basic structure of C++ program. It follows with header file, that is hash include IO stream. This by using this header file we can get input from the user and print outputs. Okay, and now it again have one main function, and inside the main function we have to return some values. Okay, as here I have mentioned int, this main function will return some integer value. Okay, this is the basic structure of an C++ program. Now here I'll use one line, that is using namespace std. This I'll tell why we have used here. Okay, now after writing this basic structure of C++, if suppose I want to print some output like anything, here we have to mention to print any output as cout and two greater than symbols. Then as I want to print here a string, I have to mention this inside the two double quotes. Here I want to print hello Pavani teachers. Okay, now we have to end every line with semicolon in C++. Okay, this cout is used for printing the output. Now we'll check what output it will come. I'll save this file as basics dot C++, and extension we have to use while saving the files are dot C++ dot cpp. Okay, now I have saved this file. Now I'll try to run this code. Yeah, here we can see the output is hello Pavani teachers. Okay, I hope you got. To print any value in C++, you have to use this cout less than. Okay, and if we haven't used this line, that is using namespace std, here we have to mention std colon colon. Okay, only then this cout will works. To decrease the line coding lines, here before only we are mentioning that using namespace std. Okay, that is the use of the given line. Now if suppose I want to take input from the user. Okay, before that I want to tell the data types that are present in C++. Okay, firstly, data types that are present is integers, float values, double and float are same but the range will be different, range of the numbers. And long, integers and long are same but range of the numbers like storage will be different. And character, string, these are the data types that we use mostly in this C++. Okay, now if we want to declare a variable of integer, that we have to declare as int num. Okay, this is how you have to declare any integer variable. Here while declaring any variable you have to follow some rules. Those are, then this variable name shouldn't be keywords in the sense like return. Here return is a keyword, so you cannot use return as a variable name. Okay, and it has to start from either characters or with alphabets. It should not start from numbers like 0 or some 1 like that. Okay, and also you shouldn't use spaces between a single word. Instead you have to mention the two words separately as with underscore. Okay, this is how you have to declare integer variable. Now if you want to declare float value, you have to give float and number 2. Okay, and if you want to declare character, then you have to declare as char some name, sorry, like letter. Okay, now if you want to declare string, you have to use string equal to, sorry, string str. Then if you want to declare double, again it is same as double number 3. And if you want to declare long number 4. Okay, here to operate strings, I am including header file, that is strings. That means we are indicating compiler that we are using strings in this program. Okay, this is how we have to declare all the data types. Now I'll tell how to take inputs from the user. Okay, you have to use cin to take inputs from the user and two greater than symbols. Okay, here first I'll take number, num, that means integer value. Here we are not needed to specify any specifiers like C language. In C language we used to mention like scanf of percentage d, like that. Here we are not needed to mention like this any specifiers. We can directly give the variable name. Okay, now in the second line I'm taking c in greater than number 2. That means here from this we can take float value. Okay, to decrease the lines of the code, I am taking all the values here itself, like letter and greater than str, greater than num, num3, num4. Here instead num4, I'll mention that this is float value. Okay, num float. Here num double, so that we can identify what the number it is. Long, number long. Okay, now again I'm changing here number float, string, num double, num long. Okay, we can also take these all the inputs in different lines and also in the same line. Okay, just to differentiate, I am taking here two lines. Okay, before using the c in line, here I'll mention the user that to enter integer, float, character, string, double, long, numbers. Okay, this message will be prompt while taking the inputs from the user. Okay, this line executes first. Now I'll try to execute this sum. You'll get to know the difference. Here it is telling, yeah, here we haven't mentioned that less than symbols. Yeah, here we can see it is asking to enter integer number. So first I'll enter integer number, that is as like 14, and I'll give float value as 12.4, and then character as p, and string as Pavani, and double as something 2 point something value 2 3 2 2 4 5, and long number is some long number. Okay, I'm entering. Here it doesn't take values because yeah, it does take values, but after taking the values we haven't printed any like anything. So here I want to print number float, number float, letter, string, num double, num long. Okay, by this line we can print all the numbers what we are taking in the previous line. Okay, again I'll try to run this code. Now we can check. Yeah, the same I follows. Here I'll take integer as 12 and float as something 14.5, and character as p, and string as Pavani, and double as some 23.6, and long as some long number. Okay, now I'm entering. Yeah, here we can see we got the values. Here I haven't given spaces for every number, and also I haven't given integer value. To get little more clarity, okay, here I'll mention within that line that this is float number, float number. Okay, before that, here I want to mention integer value also. Okay, this is integer. Okay, now I want to print every line, every number in different lines, in different lines. For that, here we have two options, that is again to use slash n. Okay, here I'll use slash n, and after the number float I'll use another, that is end l, that means end line. Okay, even this also we can use to separate the outputs in a different line. Okay, here before that I will mention it is letter, letter. Okay, now on here I'll mention it is string, and here we have forgot to give end line. Yeah, and next it is number double and number long, number double, and it is number long. Okay, yeah, I have given it very clearly. Now again explain that this line here inside the double quotation I am just mentioning that number which will be printed after this is integer, and then with this slash n I am separating the output to the next line. That means the output which are come after this line, this number will be printed in the next line. Okay, again here I am mentioning that is float number, and here we are giving variable that is num float, and here again we are using ndl, that is end line. Again up to here it will print in one line, then it will go to the new line. Okay, this is how everything I have written. Now again we will try to check, you can find the difference from the previous output and this one. Okay, now again I'm giving the integer value as 12 and float as something 14.5, and character as p, string as pavani, and double as 25.6, and long as some long number. Okay, now I'm entering. Here we can see we get beautiful output, that is integer as 12, float number as 14.5, and letter P, and string Pavani. Here I think after the string we haven't given like this slash n. So that's why it has printed in the same line. So here I am giving after the string. Okay. So we can see even these values in a separate line. Instead giving separately here slash n, we can also give here at the beginning. Okay, it comes by practice. You can just practice according to your to the outputs that are needed for you. Okay, now again I'll try to run this code. I'll give same the values 12, 14.5, p, pavani, double s something 20.25.6, and long number, long something number. Okay, yeah, here we can see integer 12, float number 14.5, letter p, and string pavani, double number double 25.6, number long. Okay, now if you want space between this integer and 12, you have to just simply give space after the integer. Okay, again I'll do it. Just you have to do just give the spaces after the word, but it has to be inside the double quotation only, then you'll get the output by giving space. Okay, this is how data types works in C++.